Let's revise our chapter 2 again in a very short manner. As you know that the chapter name is Computer Coding and Memory, we have to learn how to code our data in computer and how to store the data in memory. First of all, you should know about computer system. As I explained before, computer system has three components: input unit, CPU and output unit. What is input unit? This component help user to enter data into a computer system with the help of input devices. After that, after receiving the commands and data from user, a computer system now has to process it. This part is used for processing, and you know that it has also three components: ALU, MU and CU. What ALU do? This part of the computer system performs arithmetic operation. It does basic mathematical calculations like addition, subtraction, division, multiplication, etc. It can even perform logical functions also. Once a user enters data into an input device, the computer system stores this data in its memory unit. The data will now remains here until other components of CPU process it. And control unit, it is responsible for coordinating tasks between all components of a computer system. It controls all the computer system. Then after processing the data, it is converted into a format which is human can understand. Output unit gives you output through monitor, printer and speaker. So let's start about computer memory. What is computer memory? It is an physical device capable of storing information temporarily or permanently. Let's learn about classification of memory. As you know that memory has three types. First is internal processor memory, second is main memory, and third is secondary memory. What is internal processor memory? It is a high speed memory inside the processor. It is temporary storage of memory. The instructions and data are stored temporarily. It has examples of register and cache memory. Main memory, as you know that the main memory is also known as internal memory, and it is a large memory placed outside the processor. Data and instructions are stored here is temporarily and permanently also, because it has two types, RAM and ROM. What is secondary memory? It is much large in capacity than main memory, and it is larger in main memory than main memory, but it is slower than main memory. The data and instructions are stored permanently. The examples are, you know that, hard disk, CD-ROM, DVD-ROM, pen drive, etc. Primary memory of the computer stores the data provided by the user. Primary memory is also known as internal memory. As you know that it is a temporary memory, the data is lost when power is switched off. It has a less capacity than secondary memory. It is placed on the motherboard. It is expensive and has small storage capacity. It is faster than secondary memory. The capacity is 16 GB to 32 GB. As you know that primary memory has two types, RAM and ROM. Now comes to the types of primary memory. First type is RAM, which is also known as random access memory. RAM stores all the programs and files that the user is using at that moment. Input data is stored in the memory before it goes for actual processing. Before goes on the processing way, the input data is stored in primary memory. 6. You can read data from RAM and you can write them into it. RAM is volatile in nature. Why it is volatile in nature? What is the meaning of volatile? The information stored in it is lost when the computer is switched off. When your computer switch off or you are doing some work in your computer, the data is stored in it is temporarily. Temporarily means volatile. So RAM is a volatile memory, which is also known as temporary memory. Note down an important part. RAM is measured in megabytes and gigabytes. It is a storage capacity of RAM. So let's come to the types of RAM. We have two types of RAM. DRAM. The full form of DRAM is dynamic random access memory, and SRAM is slanting random access memory. Now come to next topic is ROM. This is second type of primary memory. Read only memory. Some programs such as operating system, which starts up when the computer is switched on, must not be lost even when the power is switched off. Example is when you switch on your computer, you had seen there is a booting process going on. There is a line, dot of line is moving on your system, that is known as booting process. That all the programs are stored in our ROM. When your power switched off, it never be lost your data. So they all the datas which are permanent in nature are stored in ROM. Types of ROM. We have four types of ROM. PROM, programmable read-only memory. EPROM, erasable programmable read-only memory. EEPROM, electrically erasable programmable read-only memory. And fourth one is flash ROM. So these all are four types of ROM. So let's discuss about the difference between RAM and ROM. RAM is a temporary storage device and ROM is permanent storage memory. RAM stores data in MBs and ROM stores data in GB because ROM is larger than RAM. RAM is volatile and ROM is non-volatile. As I told you, RAM is temporary memory, that's why it is known as volatile memory, and ROM is permanent memory, that's why it is known as non-volatile memory. RAM used normal operations, ROM used for startup process of computer. RAM writing data is faster. In ROM, writing data is slower. So this is all about RAM and ROM.